Hello, welcome to another video. Today, as you can tell from the title, the thumbnail, the time of month, it is time for January 2021's TBR Pursuit. I can't believe we're doing January's TBR Pursuit. That's quite insane. But if you're unfamiliar with TBR Pursuit, it is the TBR board game that I play every month to determine my TBR. I will leave the link to the playlist of all of them down below if you would like to familiarise yourself with how it works. But essentially, it's based off Trivial Pursuit. Each colour correlates to a genre, and then there are question cards with a specific prompt on. I won't hold this thing up for the whole time because that's frustrating, but it's time for the game! How did I do in December's TBR Pursuit? I am pleased to let you know that I did fairly well. I read 5 of 6 of the TBR Pursuit books and then quite a few others. But the 6th book on the TBR Pursuit I didn't not start, so I will just naturally be rolling it over anyway, therefore no punishments. But that is Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb, which I'm obviously reading for the Elderling Along. This is one that I will gradually be chipping away via the audiobook up until the date of the live show, so I'm not mad about that. I kind of expected that when I put it on December's TBR Pursuit. It was like, this will give me an opportunity to start it that little bit earlier. But yeah, I will continue to chip away at this through January. Therefore, no punishments because I have started it and that was my intention all along. So I'm quite happy to say no punishments. It means that I should have a decent start to the new year and hopefully get a cracking TBR. In terms of readathons, I am not doing any readathons in January, so don't need to worry about that. Book clubs, there is I think one book club book that I would like to get onto this because this is obviously being carried over, so I think there's only one that I would like to squeeze into this, which is the middle grade monthly pick, which should be fairly easy to get in there. Otherwise, it's kind of free reign, and I'm excited about that. In terms of my orange, I have Aaron from Booked and Busy on reserve for that. She has an agenda that she would like to push, and we're gonna give her the opportunity to do that, so I wonder what she'll pick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything in terms of an introduction for this video, so yeah. Let's crack on with it and see what my first pie of 2021 will look like. Here's roll number 1. Hello, welcome to the rolls. Let's kick this off with roll number 1. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of those awkward ones where I can go anywhere. So I'm going to kick it off with a middle grade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green middle grade. And the card is, can you find something suggested by the viewers? So that means a little green pie in there. Lovely. Roll number 1, got myself the middle grade that I desired, and the prompt, can you find something suggested by the viewers, is incredibly fitting to straight away get Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger in there. This is the middle grade monthly pick for January, and suggested by the viewers so heavily. So many people have commented, tweeted us, commented in the live shows, approached us directly for us to try and read Keeper of the Lost Cities. This is Pris's favourite. She's been raving about this for such a long time, and we finally caved and is going to be our January book. So suggested by the viewers, absolutely 100%. Everyone's been raving about this series and praising for us to read it, so very excited to do so. I don't know too much about this other than it's a chunky series of chunky middle grades, and our main character is a telepath. Sophie is a telepath and can hear the thoughts of everyone around her, something she's never spoken about even to her own family. But everything changes the day she meets Fitz, a mysterious boy who also reads minds. She discovers there's somewhere she does belong, and staying where she is will put her in grave danger. In the blink of an eye, Sophie is forced to leave everything behind and start a new life in a magical world. But not everyone is thrilled with her homecoming. There are secrets buried deep in Sophie's memory, secrets that other people desperately want, secrets they might even kill for. I'm excited to read this, and that really is the whole of it, so yeah, looking forward to diving into this one in January for Middle Grade Monthly. And if you want to read along with us, you are more than welcome to do so. Pick up a copy and come along to the live show where we will be discussing this later in the month. Roll number 2. 1. Orange or yellow. So other, meaning Aaron gets a pick, or yellow sci-fi. Let's give Aaron her pick nice and early. What does she have to do for me? Aaron, can you name a comic or a graphic novel? No! Hold up, that's the 3rd time that's come up in a row. 3 times. Damn. There are other oranges in there, I promise. But that does mean a little orange pie in there. Okay, roll number 2 got us an orange, but sadly, can you name a comic or graphic novel? Which is not what Aaron was hoping for, I don't think. Because, as I say, she has an agenda to push, so let's call her.
Hi!
Hello! Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for choosing me because we know how this is gonna go.
We hope we know how this is gonna go, but your first card was not kind to you.
Okay, I have a list. I prepared. So
okay.
What is the first prompt?
Your first prompt is, can you name a comic or graphic novel for me?
Yes, Descender Volume 1.
Oh! That was so quick. That was so easy for you.
It was so good. I read it on G's recommendation and I watched her haul and you saw it from her recommendation as well. It was so good.
Perfect. Brilliant. I thought that was going to throw you off because that's not on your agenda, but...
Okay, hopefully the second one lets me get my agenda through.
Hopefully. We will find out soon. Spoiler alert, orange comes up again in a bit. So yeah, thank you for that, and I will speak to you again shortly.
Okay.
Alright, bye! Wow. Okay, Descender Volume 1. There it is! Descender Volume 1, a comic or graphic novel. That went very well and very quick for her. I didn't expect it to be that quick because of her agenda. But I'm excited about this. This is about a little boy who's not a little boy, he's like an android. He's a young android named Tim. And there are planet-sized robots called harvesters that have been causing havoc in the galaxy. And this android, Tim, wakes up to find that all robots have been outlawed, but Tim may hold the secrets to the harvesters in his machine DNA, and he quickly becomes the most wanted robot in the universe. I'm excited about this. As Aaron said, I did pick this up on G's recommendation, and I'm very excited to dive into it, so this is looking good. Thank you very much, Aaron, for this one. Roll number 3. 1. Back to middle grade or roll again? Let's roll again. 2. Back to middle grade or purple adult fantasy? Purple adult fantasy it is. And the question is, can you name a book over 500 pages? Love that for me. That's great. Adore that. Thank you so much. And that means a little purple pie in there. So for roll number 3, I went for an adult fantasy, and my prompt is a book over 500 pages. I love that for me. That is brilliant. Thanks so much, universe. But a book that I do really want to get to sometime soon and is over 500 pages, and as Ship of Destiny is already in there for something else, I'm gonna try and read The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. This is the second book in the Mistborn trilogy, and this one I believe will follow Vin. After the end of the first one, I believe it was Cody that I spoke to about this, and I was a bit like, I don't know where the sequel's gonna go because of how the first one ended. I don't know what to expect or how this goes, because that wrapped up in such a way, like, the thing that happened at the end has now left me very much like, well, what do they do now? So I'm looking forward to diving into this one, but Mistborn is about people who can ingest metals. You can either ingest one or you can ingest all of them, and the Mistborn ingest all of them, and each of the metals gives them some sort of like powerful ability. It's called allomancy, the ingestion of metals and the powers that they get. I mean, in the first one, a very powerful allomancer discovers a street girl who has these powers and didn't know that she had them, and there is a rebellion, an uprising of slaves in this world, and I really don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it by then saying what I think about the second one, because something happened at the end of that one, blah blah blah. Yep. I'm gonna stop talking about it. That was all very, very vague, and I apologise, but well of Ascension. I don't know what to expect from this, but it's Brandon Sanderson. I think I'm gonna love it. I look forward to reading it. It's definitely over 500 pages. I think it's about 800 pages. 763 pages, so definitely over 500, so fits for that. And I want to read it, so we'll leave it at that. Roll number 4. 2. Roll again or roll again. You know what? Let's roll again. 1. Middle grade or orange other. Shall I give Aaron another opportunity? Let's give Aaron another opportunity to do what she needs to do. Aaron, this time, can you find a title with 3 or less words? I think she might be happy with that one. So there's the second orange in there. Alright, roll number 4, back with the orange, and this time Aaron has to find me a title with 3 or less words. I think this will go down a little bit better for her. And let's give her another call and see if she can find me a title with 3 or less words. I'm putting my bets on now that she's going to pick Red Rising, because she's been crazing me to read it, so let's see. Me again! Hello! Right, second time. I think you're gonna like this. Very vague. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can you find me a title with 3 or less words?
Let me think really hard.
Really hard?
I think I know the perfect book. Red Rising by Pierce Brown.
It's as if I didn't already have it in my hands.
I'm so excited. Oh, you're gonna love it.
I think I'm gonna love it. You love it, and I know that G read it recently and she also loved it.
New favorite book of all time.
I know, so I'm gonna be diving into it. Thank you very much. I definitely didn't have bets placed that that was the book you would be picking.
You knew for sure that was gonna be the one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, the connection's gone a bit funny. I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yes.
Oh, you've frozen for me, so I will let you go because my screen recording is now just stuck on your face, not moving.
Okay, thank you, bye!
Thank you, bye! Just froze there on Aaron's face, sorry about that. But of course, she went with Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is a dystopian, I believe. I know Aaron loves it. I know G has recently read it and it is one of her new favourites of all time, so she has absolutely loved it. And I believe this follows someone called Darrow, who is like the lowest of the low. I think it's like based on colour ranking, and the reds are the lowest of the low and are basically treated like slaves, but they think they're working towards some sort of freedom until they discover that everyone else outside of the reds lives in that state of freedom that they think they're searching for. Like, they think they're trying to reach something that really for the rest of the world has already been reached, and they're just being manipulated and treated very poorly, I think. Earth is dying. Darrow is a red, a miner in the interior of Mars. His mission is to extract enough precious elements to one day tame the surface of the planet and allow humans to live on it. The Reds are humanity's last hope, or so it appears until the day Darrow discovers it's all a lie, that Mars has been habitable and inhabited for generations by a class of people calling themselves the Golds, a class of people who look down at Darrow and his fellows as slave labour to be exploited and worked to death without a second thought. So of course there's gonna be some sort of uprising there, we think. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I knew she was gonna pick it. I'm so glad that I was able to get Orange in there twice so that she could. This works perfectly. Thank you so much, Aaron. Right, roll number 5. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. YA or 1, 2, 3, 4. Blue blank. I want a blue blank. Just because it gives me more choice, usually. So blue blank is, can you name a 5-star prediction? We love it when that comes up. So of course that means a little blue pie in there. Roll number 5, I went for a blue blank and I have, can you name a 5-star prediction? And I love this because it means I get to read something that I'm very, very excited about, and that is The Memory of Babel by Christelle DeBose. Now this isn't in a 5-star predictions video because it's only recently become a 5-star prediction. In December I read both A Winter's Promise and The Missing of Claire de Lune, books 1 and 2 in the Mirror of Visitor quartet, I think, and was then gifted this one for Christmas by Marie, so thank you very much Marie for this. I'm excited. Book 3 in that series, it follows a girl called Ophelia who lives in a world that's kind of split up by arcs, and each arc has a family spirit, and everyone that lives on that arc are the descendants of that spirit, and they have a bit of that family spirit's power. Ophelia is an animist who is a descendant of Artemis, who has the ability to read the history of objects by touching them, and she can also travel through mirrors. She is kind of forced into an arranged marriage for a political purpose with a awful sounding man called Thorn from a distant northern arc who is a descendant of Farouk. However, on his arc, which is the pole, there are bad things afoot. All of the different clans within the arc are at each other's throats. There are secrets and schemes and deceptions at play, and Ophelia is kind of thrown into the middle of all of that. I have fallen in love with the series and I am very, very, very excited to continue with it. I just hope that the 4th one comes soon because I don't think it's been translated yet because this series is originally written in French and I can't read French. I'm very, very excited about this and cannot wait to dive in. And finally, roll number 6. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yellow sci-fi or orange other? I won't torture Aaron and make her do it again. Let's go for a sci-fi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yellow sci-fi is... Can you name a TBR veteran? A sci-fi TBR vet. Let's see what I can find. And that means a little yellow pie in there. Ta-da! And lastly, we landed on a yellow sci-fi and we have, can you name a TBR veteran? Now I thought long and hard about this one and the conclusion I've reached is Saga Volume 8. I stopped reading Saga at Volume 7 and I don't know why because I love Saga. I have loved all of it so far and I just never got around to picking up Volume 8. So TBR vet, absolutely. I need to read the rest of Saga. This is like a Romeo and Juliet in space thing. There is a galactic war and our 2 main characters come from opposing sides of this war. However, they fall in love, they have a baby, and this baby causes an awful lot of trouble and they live their life on the run trying to protect their child, and it's kind of told from the perspective of the child looking back. It's heartwarming, heartbreaking, a whole lot of fun, and a whole lot of wacky, and I look forward to continuing this one. So there we have it. There is my January TBR. A couple of graphic novels on there, which is always good, but considering I also still have the rest of this chunker, I'm not very far at all, rest of this chunker on here too, it does make it a little bit bigger. But I'm very excited to read all of these, so I think I'm in for a good reading month, personally. But thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Chat to me down in the comments. If you don't necessarily have a comment to leave, but just want to let me know that you were here, of course, just leave a little dice emoji. Appreciate that. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye!